For real though, I had no idea how strange this will be until I'm sat here now, leaning towards my microphone and trying to record this introduction for my podcast. My name is Esther, and this is Not For My Village People podcast. Oh, yes, yet again, it's another podcast. And this one has got a very funny tune to it, isn't it? I know it too. Not for my village people. Now, to you, it may mean nothing, but to my fellow West African Nigerians, they're probably thinking, not for my village people. And they have a whole different perspective of what they believe it means. But trust me, as we go along on this journey of podcasting, you'll come to understand my perspective of this, not for my village people. Trust me, yes, it does have a lot of translation to it. It does have it. And I trust you're already thinking, what else has she got to say? Is this different? No, it's not different. I'm going to tell you that now. This is not different from any other podcast out there. This is my avenue to tell it all, to rant, to potentially teach, and also learn from you. But one thing I know is this is going to be my avenue to let my perspectives be heard. Now, I'm a big believer in perspectives. For those of you that know me already, you know I respect and I appreciate various perspectives. And yes, like I said before, this is not new. You've probably heard this before, a sister behind the microphone doing a thing. Yes, I am proud to be here now and joining them, becoming a podcaster, because I believe I've got some things to talk about. This is not for my village people. This is not for you if you don't believe in giving people benefit of doubt. This is not for you if you already believe you know what I'm going to be talking about. This is not just for my friends. This is not just for those that know me. This is for everybody. This is my outlet of, like I said, learning, to potentially teach as well. Hopefully you can learn from my perspective and from some of my experiences as well. And yes, I've got experiences. Oh my goodness, I have got experiences. Very soon I'm going to be 35. I know, soon, just around the corner there, I'm going to be 35. And I don't know about you, but I don't know, every time my birthday is close or is just around the corner, I start to do all this retrospective thinking and, reminiscing about stuff. But in the last couple of years, I think since the lockdown, I've been doing a lot of thinking surrounding that's taking me back to, oh my goodness, at least about 18, 19, 20 years ago. And yes, I said it before, I'm only going to be 35 soon. I'm still young. I was talking to my pastor on Sunday. I mentioned to him that I would like to do a Thanksgiving in church for my birthday. And he said, how old? And I'm like, I'm going to be 35. He said, oh, you're still young. I'm like, yes, daddy, I'm still young. I am still very young. And I'm proud to be young. But yes, while I'm young on this journey into adulthood, I believe I have been through some things that, that others could potentially learn from. I believe I have learned some lessons I'd like to share. And I believe my experience can be a lesson point for some people as well. So here I am doing my Teletalk podcast, my perspective sharing podcast. I am going to come here as often as I can to share one thing or the other from downloads. For those of you that know me, I'm a book lover as well. I love listening to podcasts. I actually own a personal development community myself, but again, this is going to be somewhere I come to tell you about a lot of things. And just going back to what I said earlier about, my birthday being around the corner and doing a lot of retrospective thinking. And I've been going back to 2018, 19 years ago when I was around 15, 16, 17. Yes. And a lot of the things I will be talking on this or talking about on this podcast will probably go as far back as then, about my life then. And yes, I've been through stuff. You've been through things too. And you're probably thinking, or maybe not, but some of you might be doing the thinking, oh, I'm sure she thinks it's a big deal. The things that she's been through, when you start to hear me, it's a big deal. And yeah, now I want to make it clear today. This is why this podcast is called Not For My Village People. If you're thinking like that, I'm going to throw you in the box of Not For my village people. So don't be a village person, a village people. Okay. Yes, things I've been through in life are major, and I'm sure you've been through it as well. It doesn't reduce the pain, reduce the suffering, reduce the lessons you've learned, because you're listening to another person's story. But the point is, it was a big deal to me. It is a big deal to me. It's something I believe is major. It might not be major to you. You might have been through worse, but it is major to me. And those are things I will be talking about on this platform. My journey from then, my now, and my tomorrow. Everything from my past is the bedrock of the person I am today. And sister misters, I bet you're thinking, who is she? Yes. My name is Esther. And I already told you I'm going to be 35 soon. I'm originally from West Africa, Nigeria to be precise. Hence the podcast title as well, isn't it? Not For My Village People. Don't worry. We'll come to break it down as we go on this journey together. I am just here now. This is the introduction, and this is me telling you to please share this with one person or two people or even more as we listen to one another. And I'd like your opinions as well. First, actually, the first thing is, what do you think about the title of the podcast? Oh, yeah, obviously. We might be changing. I might need to change it. Do I need to change it? I don't know yet. But as we go on, we will come to see. But let me know your thoughts on the title of the podcast. Not For My Village People. Not For My Village People. Yes. I'm a big believer in growth, development, and being authentic. Yes. And I'm coming to learn a lot about authenticity this year, and maybe since last year as well. Last couple of years, I have been going through some stuff in my life that I believe, this is going to be my therapy as well. I talk about it. I share what I think. And at some point, hopefully, I'll bring other people that have been through things in their life that they believe is major, it's a big deal, and someone can learn from it. Once again, my name is Esther, and this is Not For My Village People podcast. Thank you.